I don't care who said first, but we are not black. We are Somalis, we are not black. I don't know how to explain you guys this. This is like 5 years we are fighting about this topic. Let's change it, come on guys. We are not black. Me and all of my countrymen, we are not black. Come on guys. Accept the pain. Shh.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as black, we can't be black, bro. We literally can't be black, bro. Boogie, did you eat your brain cells? Really and truly, Somalis are Arabs, bro. Think about it, bro. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. Bro, tell me I'm not lying, bro.
Somalis are not black. Stop calling us black, fam. Do we fucking look black? Do I look black to you, lot, bro? I'm not black, fam. Man, Somali, bro. You get me, blood? We're not no fucking black people, bro.
We've got a different phenotype, we've got a different culture, we speak an Afro-Asiatic language, so there's so many differences. We are closer to us genetically, we are closer to the North Africans than the West Africans, and that's a fact. That's a
fine.
Fact.
Now,
that's a fact.
Now, do you accept?
That's a fact.
Do you accept that Somalis, Eritreans?
This is true. E1B1 happened. One second. And expanded to North Africa.
One second. Do you accept? Abdullah, listen. Do you accept that Somalis, Eritreans, and Ethiopians are collectively the most homogeneous group on the planet?
100%.
Do we collectively share an East African identity?
100%.
Do we and Nigerians share a collective African identity?
Definitely not.
No, let me respond to that.
Do we share a collective identity?
No, I'm not going to respond to that because you've cut off the people of North Africa. Do we, all of us African? Yes. 100%.
Yes.
But are we black? No. We're not black. And I explain to you why. We've got a different phenotype, we've got a different culture, we've got different, we speak Afro-Asiatic language. There's more.
Did you just say we have different culture?
Yeah, we have a different culture. Okay, hold on. There's more differences than similarities. No, hold on. Let the sisters culturally work similar. Okay,
one at a time, Mahmoud, please. We'll let the sisters
go around the circle one by one and everyone gets.
I listen to some.
Somalis are not black. Now, before you disagree with me, I just want to say, listen, right? There's no such thing as the term black. The term black only came about in colonization. I don't have to accept that side. That's why the other day when I was in a place, someone said to me, "Are you black?" I said, "I'm not black, side. I don't accept that term." Because how can I or any other human being have the same skin color as this, bro? It's not possible. Can you see the correlation? It's not possible. It's not possible for someone to be black. And before the people say, "Oh, you're self-hating, you know, you hate yourself." Listen, I don't hate myself. I'm proud to be my ethnicity, but I'm not black. I am not black. I don't even agree with any terms. I don't believe in whiteness or blackness or any of that. You know, I believe in ethnicity-wise. So yes, I am Somali, but I'm not black. And I don't believe Nigerians are black. I don't believe South Africans are black. I don't believe Ghanaians are black. I believe, yes, we're African, but we're not black because black was a racially used term by the colonizers to put African people down, and I don't accept that term. So before niggas say to me, "Oh, you're black," listen, I'm not black, right? I've never been black. So don't push that shit onto me, bro.
For years, I've watched my Somali brothers and sisters online doing Olympic level gymnastics to distance themselves from blackness. We are Cushitic, we are closer to Arabs, we are a civilization not a color. All that talk until Trump announced deportations in Minnesota. Now, suddenly, everybody wants to be part of the black community. Suddenly, we are all African. Suddenly, Black Lives matters again. Now, allow me to be brutally and frank honest with you. You can't cherry pick solidarity. You can't reject blackness on TikTok and then claim it when you need protection. Today, we are going to talk about centuries of identity crisis, colonial brainwashing, and what it really means to come home. Let us talk about this. I got a couple of clips. Let's know them at the very end, and then I'll be back to discuss everything with you guys.
We're not black, we're not Arab, we're Somali. Let me start off by why we're not black. This is black. This is brown, and there's not a single person in the world that's this skin color. Do your research. Black is the absence of color. It's what you get when there's no color. It's what you get when you turn off the light. You get black. And yes, I know there's going to be those people that say Somalis or East Africans are in that racial construct, that racial typology, that racial classification. But no, who made this thing? Who made this racial classification? It was the Europeans. The white man made it. And if a white man told me I'm a prick, doesn't mean I have to go by it. In my opinion, there's not a single person on this world, whether you're West African, East African, North African, South African, or even in the Caribbean, that's black. We are not this color. We are just different shades of brown. And I believe some people, like the East Africans, don't accept what the colonial people told them they are. And other people obviously accept it and they don't care what a colonial or the people that enslaved them calls them. So right now, you're telling me if they called you back then, if they called you you're a prick or you're an idiot, you'll just accept it right now and you say, yeah, us Africans are idiots, we're pricks. Is that what you're telling me? Do the Asians call themselves yellow or red? I wonder. Now for the reason why we're not Arab, yes, we may be in the Arab League, that doesn't make us Arab. We just did that for political time. Somali people came before the Arabs. The East African people came before the Arabs. We are Cushitic people. We are Cushitic speaking people. And the Cushitic language and the Cushitic people came before the Arabs. So you can't tell me we're Arab if we came before them. We don't share the same language and we speak the Cushitic language. We don't share the same culture. What culture do we have we've got similar to the Arab people? Come on, man. We don't share anything that's similar. The only thing that we share is Islam. And you will find a lot of Arabs that are either Christian, Jewish, Muslim, but you will never, it's hard to find a Christian Somali or a Jewish Somali. Somalis are 99% Muslim. And even that 1% gets disowned. Shout out to Chunks.
Are Somalis considered black? I'm sorry to be the one that sparks this debate, but it has to be done. I used to be of the opinion back in the day that, of course we're black. Somalis, look at our skin tone. But as the years went on, my opinion started to change. If you're asking, are Somali skin tone black? Then of course, yes, our skin tone is. But then I realized as the years went on, it's nothing to do with skin tone, because even people who are considered black come in different shades of black. I started to realize that when people ask whether Somalis are black, it's a reference to are Somalis the same as other fellow African countries such as Nigeria, Ghana, and the countries within West Africa. And then I thought, no, we're not the same as those people. Yes, we're all from Africa, but a Moroccan isn't the same as a Nigerian, and a Nigerian isn't the same as a Somali. A Moroccan isn't considered black, a Nigerian is considered black, and a Somali, for some reason, it sparks a big debate. You got Somalis who say, we're not black, we didn't go through a slave trade. I don't think going through a slave trade is what makes you considered black first. And at the same time, why are we listening to Western societies who categorize people based on their skin tones? This is a white man, this is a black man, this is whatever, this is an Arab. So my question is, because I still don't have a definitive answer, can Somalis consider themselves black? I mean, don't shoot the messenger, I'm just asking.
You know what I don't understand, yeah? I don't understand that people that say Somalis are not black. Yes, you are black. In fact, let the police in America decide if you're black, yeah? Wallah, I clock Somalis, yeah? Us Somalis, we actually have an identity crisis. Because one day we're not black, like I'll be chatting to one of my Somali friends, he'll be like, yeah, he's black. Then I'll look at my other friend, he'll be like, no, I'm not black. Nigga, why are you then? Don't say the M-word, don't even say it. And do you know what clock as well, yeah? It's the darkest Somalis that say they're not black. It'll be the dark ones, it'll be the darkest. No, I'm not black, bro. I'm not black. You know what, yeah, who cares? Who cares if you're black or not? Wallah, who cares? Every black people use Vaseline. Every black... So why do Somalis use Vaseline? I don't see any Caucasian person using Vaseline in their face. So when you're writing your ethnicity on a job application, for example, it says black British, black Somali. The first word is black. So you guys are black. Please stop it, guys. I'm done with this. We are black.
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it. Alright, everyone is keep asking, why don't Somalis want to identify as black? It's simple. The term black was never a word to begin with. Yeah. The term black, it didn't come from Africa. It came from America. Hello. Right? It was designed to separate slaves from Europeans. It was not designed to celebrate identity. It was to control it. Yeah. So, when Somalis came to the West, we didn't suddenly become black. We were labeled. Alright? Imposed. And we embrace it. Chill like that. Chill like that. Sheesh. Somalis had identity before race. Alright? Our identity comes from our ancestors, not appearance. Yeah. Alright? Blackness is a Western category. Somalia is a civilization. Big difference. We're Somalis. Chill like that. Chill like that. What's your thoughts on this?
I don't care if I'm the first person to say this, but us Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black. Let me ask you a question. Are Moroccans and Egyptians black? Tradition, our history, our culture are so much more different compared to these other countries that are actually black. Josh Bill, if you're not black, what are you?
I'm Somali. Let me ask you a question. If you were to see a very dark Indian man, would he be identified as a black person or just an Indian?
Bro, come on, bro. You're making me really look bad. Now what the hell wrong with you, man? These children are crazy up in here. Listen, bro. If you have black skin color, you are black. You don't see my face. You don't see your own face. What's going on? Somalis are black. They are both African and black. They are African because Somalia is in Africa. And they are black because we have black skin color. Black is not an... Being black is not a race. It's not an ethnicity. It's a skin color. So if you have black skin color, you are black. I don't care what country you're from. India, Pakistan, Tajikistan. I don't care. It does not matter. If you have black skin color, you are just black. You cannot decide what skin color you have. You just have it. And that's it. These people you are showing and saying, these Moroccans black. These are not native Moroccans or Egyptians. These are the native Moroccans. Have you ever seen them? These are the native Egyptians. You don't see, and you will never see them because they don't show. They will never show you. You don't understand what's going on in this world. You're just talking. Learn. Don't just talk. Learn. Somalis are black, and ethnically they are part of Cushitic group. Afar, Oromo, Somalis, all this group. This guy is from Afar. It's an Afar guy. These guys are Oromos. I am a Somali. Do you see the difference? I don't. So I don't understand what you guys trying to find. You are just trying to be someone else. You just trying to be Arabs or something else. I don't understand what's going on up in here.
Let's talk about why Somalis say, oh no, we're not black. As a Somali who does claim her blackness, I want to explain this with love. Because that statement comes from history, survival, and sometimes pain. First, Somalia isn't a part of the Western world. In Somalia, a deeply homogenous community, there's no reason to say you're black. Everyone looks like you. For example, like Nigeria, people identify by tribe or nation, not race. Race, as a qualifier especially, only becomes relevant to most Africans when they leave their country and step into a world that sees them through that lens. During colonization, Europeans didn't just divide our land. They divided our identities. Somalis were mistakenly told, ooh, you look different. You're closer to Arab. You're better. Those lies that were told by whiteness seeded the anti-blackness that still lingers today. And because Somalia was not colonized in the exact same way as other African countries, many Somalis grew up thinking that blackness was synonymous with oppression, something to escape, not embrace. But Western propaganda is global, honey. So in the same way that they show African Americans or all Americans in general that Africans are barbaric and starving, they show African Americans to the rest of the world as lazy thugs who are not to be trusted, violent. Many Somalis arrive here as refugees and want to rebuild their lives and think, if I distance myself from this label, maybe I'll be safe. There's still no excuse. My own mother, who struggles with anti-blackness and hates my dark skin, would always tell me, don't be a yo-yo, don't be a yo-yo. It's pure ignorance, but it stems from fear and lies. Here's the truth. African Americans are the moral backbone of this country. Every right, every protection, every piece of good experience that you are having in America was built through their blood, sweat, and tears. Their resistance, their strategic organizing, their sacrifice, it's the only reason why we have a foothold here today. And as much as Somalis want to say, oh, why do you care about black issues? It's because I'm in gratitude and they deserve reverence and solidarity, not distance and disdain. So if you hear a Somali say, I'm not black, I'm not black, I'm not black. So embarrassing. Don't get offended. Pray for them. They're wrestling with a lie that's literally older than them. A lie that was designed to keep us divided. And remember, no matter how lost we are or how far we run, we're still all one. Excuse me, thank you. OJ. I'm a black.
Our culture, our ancestors, our language, East African. Hello. But yes, we do share religion, but not roots. Unfortunately, we are Arabized, alright? And this doesn't help my argument because we do copy their dress, their names, their mannerism. Yeah, right? We literally forgot that we have our culture before they brought, their belief system. And now our culture overall is literally tied to their religion. It's that deep. This doesn't help my argument, but I still stand with my argument, alright? Somalis. We're Somalis. We're not Arabs. Sheesh.
You know what one? The same people who spent years online arguing they're not black are now scrambling to find their black card because Trump's administration is threatening mass deportations in Minneapolis and Minnesota. And I need you to understand something. This is not about dragging Somalis. This is about holding up a mirror to all of us in the diaspora who've been running from our homes. Because here's the thing, guys. America doesn't care about your ethnic nuance. What the ice fan pull, like when that ice fan pulls up, they are not checking if you're Cushitic. They're not asking about the Arab League. They see black skin and that's all the information they need. Let us establish the foundation of this whole story. Where is Somalia? Somalia sits at the Horn of Africa, geographically African, ethnically Cushitic, but culturally shaped by centuries of Arab contact, and I mean centuries. From the 7th century onwards, Arab merchants, Islamic scholars, and later political influence wove itself into the fabric of Somali society. Coastal cities like Mogadishu, Zeila, Barawa, these became powerful Islamic sultanates where Arab cultural norms slowly layered over Cushitic traditions. Now, here's where it gets complex. Somalis were never fully conquered by Arabs in the traditional colonial sense, but they were influenced deeply through trade, intermarriage, and the spread of Islam. Arab identity became associated with prestige, purity, religious authenticity, and with that came something darker. Arab attitudes about race. See, the medieval Islamic world had hierarchies, and at the bottom of those hierarchies were black Africans, enslavement, racial prejudice. These weren't just European inventions. They existed in the Arab world too, and as Somalis absorbed Arab culture, they also absorbed Arab anti-blackness. Some Somalis began to see blackness as something external to themselves, despite literally being ethnically African. That's the colonial mindfuck we are still dealing with today. Now, I've been watching these TikToks debates, and the arguments are fascinating. You've got Somalis saying, we are not black. That's a Western construct designed to control slaves. We are Cushitic people with our own language and phenotype. We are genetically closer to North Africans than West Africans. We are in the Arab League, so we are Arabs. And listen, there's some truth in there. Race is a Western social construct. Somalis do have distinct cultural and linguistic heritage. But here's what's missing from this conversation. You think Europeans cared about ethnic nuance when they were carving up Africa? They didn't. During colonization, Europeans didn't just divide land, they divided minds. They told Somalis, you look different, you are closer to Arabs, you are better than those other Africans. That lie was strategic. It was designed to fracture African unity, to make sure we'd never see ourselves as one people with shared struggles. And it worked perfectly. Some Somalis internalized that message so deeply that today in 2025, we've got people online arguing they're not black while living in Minneapolis, Minnesota, speaking English, facing the exact same systemic racism as every other black person in America. I've had so many friends who are brilliant, proud of their heritage, deeply knowledgeable about their culture, and they'll tell you all day they are not black. But then they get followed in stores, passed over for jobs, pulled over by police, their sons get profiled, their daughters get discriminated against. And in those moments, America doesn't see Cushitic, America sees black. One friend told me about her grandmother who survived Italian colonization in Somalia. That woman knew exactly what European racism looked like. She knew that whether you called yourself Somali, Cushitic, or Arab, the colonizers saw you as one thing, inferior. She understood that our only power was in unity, but somewhere between that generation and this one was like we forgot. The young Somali generation in the diaspora is starting to wake up. They are engaging with Pan-Africanism, They are in the same protest as African Americans, Nigerians, Kenyans, and so on and so forth. They are learning that African identity is not about erasing Somali culture. It is about recognizing that shared struggle. Right? And now we arrive at 2025. Trump's administration is targeting Somali communities in Minnesota with deportation threats, citing fraud claims. The same playbook they used against Latinos, they are now using against Africans. And suddenly, we are all black again. Suddenly, people want solidarity. Suddenly, there is talk of community, organizing of black unity, of standing together. But here's my question. Where was that energy when black Americans were marching alone? Where was that energy during the George Floyd protests when black Americans were getting tear gassed? Where was that energy when we were building movements, creating safety nets, establishing legal defense funds? You can't distance yourself from blackness when it's convenient and then claim it when you need protection. That's not how solidarity works. That's transactional, and communities see through that. So here's what needs to happen, and I'm talking directly to my Somali brothers and sisters right now. Number one, you guys need to embrace your African identity permanently, not just when ICE shows up, not just when you need coalition, but because it's the truth. You're African, your ancestors are buried in African soil. Your DNA tells an African story. Arab influence doesn't erase that. It adds layers. Yes, but the foundation is African. Number two, understand that black identity in the diaspora is political. It is about shared oppression and shared liberation. When we say black, we are not erasing Somali culture. We are acknowledging that in the West, we face the same systems of oppression, and those systems don't care about your ethnic distinctions. Number three, deal with the anti-blackness in your community. The colorism, the statements about being better, the other Africans, the proximity, seeking to Arabness or whiteness, that's colonial programming and it's killing us. It's preventing the unity we need to survive. Number four, show up before the crisis. Be part of black movement when it's not about Somalis specifically, because that's when real solidarity looks like. That's what community looks like. Trump's deportation threats should be a wake-up call, but not the only reason you embrace blackness. You should embrace it because it's liberation. You should embrace it because your ancestors knew we are stronger united than divided. You should embrace it because the same colonial powers that told you to distance yourself from blackness are the same ones trying to deport you right now. You think they see the difference? They never did. They have never seen the difference. Identity is complicated. Culture is layered. History is messy. I get all that, but here's what is simple. It's simple. We're in this together. The diaspora, Somali, Nigerian, Jamaican, African American, we are all dealing with the same beast. And that beast doesn't respect your ethnic pride. It just wants to divide and conquer. So the question is, are you going to let it conquer? Or are you finally going to come home? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. Let's talk about this. Thank you for watching. This is the Critic. I hope to see you in the next one.